All right, let's talk about a classic project management headache, one that every single leader runs into eventually. What do you do when your absolute best, high performing team suddenly gets hit with turnover? It's one of those moments that can seriously make or break a project.
So, let's put you right in the hot seat. You're the project manager. Your A team is now full of new folks, the project clock is ticking, and you've got to make the right call fast. Yeah, the pressure's on.
Just picture it for a second. Everything is going perfectly. I mean, perfectly. You've poured time and money into training and development exactly like your resource management plan said to. Your teams, they're a well-oiled machine, just knocking out milestones one after another.
And then, bam, it happens. Key players leave, new people come in, and suddenly one of your best teams is a mix of veterans and complete rookies. Now, this isn't just a staffing issue, this is a massive project risk. The performance of this one team is suddenly way out of sync with everyone else, and it's threatening to drag the whole project down.
So what's the play? You've got four options here on the table. And look, they all kind of seem plausible at first glance, but only one is really the most strategic and effective choice. Let's break them down.
To find the best path forward, we're going to start by knocking out the options that look good on the surface, but are actually just, well, they're management traps. This process of elimination is absolutely key here.
Okay, option B. On the surface, this makes a lot of sense. The new people missed the original training, so let's just have everyone do it again. It feels thorough, right? A simple way to get everybody on the same page.
But here's where temptation clashes with reality. The idea of treating everyone the same is tempting, but a one-size-fits-all training plan is just plain inefficient. You're wasting time, you're wasting money, and maybe worst of all, you're boring your experienced pros who really don't need this refresher. It's a real morale killer. All right, what about option C? This one's for all the data lovers out there. Let's pull some numbers, run the reports, and diagnose the problem that way. I mean, using data is almost always a good instinct for a PM, but this highlights a really critical difference. Performance reports are like looking in the rearview mirror. They tell you exactly where you've been. They can show you that the team struggled on a task last week, but they can't tell you why. And they definitely can't tell you what specific skills are missing for the work that's coming up next. And finally, option D, the back to basics approach. Hey, the plan is our guide, it's our rulebook, surely the answer has got to be in there somewhere. It just sounds like the responsible thing to do. Here's the fatal flaw, though. A project plan is just a snapshot in time. Your resource plan was built for a team that, well, it doesn't exist anymore. Since these new team members weren't around when you made the plan, there's no way it can account for their unique skills or their unique skill gaps. So now that we've systematically tossed out the inefficient, the backward-looking, and the outdated options, we can finally zero in on the strategy that actually works. The correct answer, the winning play, is option A. Conduct individual and team assessments. And this isn't just some nice idea. It's a formal tool right out of the project management body of knowledge. We're talking about concrete things, like focused skills tests, maybe some peer reviews to see how folks collaborate, or even just direct observation to see how the new people handle specific tasks. This is the difference between being a surgeon and using a shotgun. Instead of just spraying a broad training program everywhere and hoping something useful hits the mark, you're gathering targeted intelligence. You find out exactly where the skill gaps are so you can fix the actual problem. And that gives us a super clear, logical game plan. Step 1, assess. Find out what you don't know. Step 2, analyze those results to pinpoint the exact needs. And step 3, deliver focused, targeted training and coaching that solves the real issue without wasting a minute of anyone's time. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. What's the big lesson here? What's the core principle you can pull out of this specific scenario and apply to pretty much any project you're working on? This quote right here, it just nails it. It really boils it all down. Every other option we looked at, retraining everyone, looking at old reports, staring at an outdated plan, it's all just a different form of guessing. Assessment is the only way you can replace your assumptions with cold, hard facts about what your team can do right now.
And really, that's the question I want to leave you with. When change hits your team, and it will, remember this. Are you really taking the time to assess what's going on, or are you just taking a guess and hoping for the best? Think about it. It makes all the difference.